All right. Hi, friends. Deidre, can we hang? Are you free? Can we talk?
Yeah, I was just doing some things and I
No,
don't have
you're
a
good.
holder for my
You're
phone. So
good.
that was my
I'm like, I
feeling.
think I'm looking at the ceiling, but
You were.
all right. Amanda, if you can use the chat, blow it up if you're got, hands with surrounded by babies, whatever. I get it. I live it. I got lucky and I didn't have to put Jade to bed tonight. I had put Sophie to bed tonight. So it's easier to slide out of there. And
My girls are supposed to put themselves to bed. So we'll see how that goes.
oh, good luck on that.
I just got mine all into bed. I'm like, if you're not in bed by 8 o'clock, you don't get twinkle twinkle. So get in bed.
I told Soph, I was like, we gotta go to bed. Mom's gotta call at 8. If you're not asleep by 8, I'm leaving you regardless. So and then she wanted to like chit chat it up. And as soon as I was like, shut it and go to sleep, she was out. I have to give her credit though. We were talking about like church stuff and she was asking a lot of questions about having her first communion and it was adorable. And then I finally was like, okay,
Oh,
stop. You're done. Okay. Let's do some wins. Real quick. Deidre, let's hear your wins.
I did some mapping with Joy.
I heard it went
We
really
did
well.
the mapping. Yes.
Yay. Good. Good.
In between a lot of other talk and kids and
Oh, well, yeah, I know. That's, hey, it's real life stuff. You guys are having fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Good. And then here's the question for you, though. Are you actually going to use all that work that you put in?
Yes, I will. I have been, well, today I didn't because I sat pretty much by myself at work. But anyway, um, talking to some people at work, and then she helped me realize that just because they're named forwards each month doesn't mean it's a failure. It means they're still on your list. You're still talking to them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. So I have a question for you because of kind of the work stuff and you're just kind of casually dropping stuff in from what I can tell. Would a wellness event be helpful for you?
I don't think yet. Because the people I'm talking to, well, one of them, one I casually dropped into, her dad just passed away. So she is on leave right now. And then one was waiting for that microbiome study. And then the other one, oh, well, she'd probably get on something. But
Okay.
I know the other two have legit reasons they're waiting.
Okay. I'm assuming we're taking
On
care
that
of the
one.
microbiome situation. Do you need help?
She just finished treatment for colon cancer after a resection. And I asked her about probiotics and stuff, and she said, yeah, she's on some, but I think she said she was on some. Anyway, the thing was, her doctor said they want a microbiome study, but she has to be off of probiotics first for a while and
Okay.
then do some kind of stool
So my
sample.
question would be, why couldn't we use some other products that aren't probiotics?
And then I asked her about the collagen too.
So with her
So
coming out of
I
cancer
saw
treatment,
that
I
stuff.
would
Yeah.
look at, she's got like her immune system is garbage. She's going to have lots of inflammation. So I would look at like the collagen would be great. I would also do lots of E's, like crap ton of E's and like X Factor, Immune Plus, those kinds of things. And you can also, I know when you're in treatment, some of those things you have to follow the rules and whatnot, and they say don't use blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, you can go into it with the curiosity of like, hey, with after this treatment, your immune system literally got destroyed. Would helping support that be good? Would reducing the inflammation that's in your body? balancing your blood sugar. Sugar feeds cancer.
I know she was pretty worried about her immune system. So during she was doing oral pill chemo. And during the treatments, she took leave from work, and her son had to be careful around her. And so she was pretty worried about all that.
Not surprised.
So yeah, that's a good thing to bring up.
I would speak to that.
Because I haven't done much of those ones yet about the immune stuff.
Yeah, we can help there. So I would, just like, are you taking anything to support your immune system? Like, you can ask those kinds of questions. Just like, tell me what you're doing. How are you supporting yourself outside of, we have to wait for the microbiome study. And then I would also, like, I'd be curious, is it just probiotics she can't do? Like, could we do slim? What are her restrictions on it? And you can ask, like, are your restrictions just for probiotics, or have they restricted you on anything else? So that's where
the slim does microbiome stuff, right?
It does.
That's what it is, microbiome activating.
That's why I'm curious if that would be okay or not. So
I have a feeling it's like from what I was getting from it was that she needed to be off of all that stuff so they can get a baseline.
I would ask.
Of where
I would
she's
be like, hey, I'm just
at.
curious. I know you're not supposed to do probiotics. Is that like all gut healthy products? Are they totally out? And then also after that, I would go into the, like, what are you doing to support your immune system? Because I know that was something going through your treatments you were really concerned about, and chemo destroys your immune system. So that's where I would do it. So with the wellness event, like, you're thinking about the people you're talking to. What about people we're not talking to? Would hosting one open up? Like, you're thinking, you're here, we need to cast our net. Like, you're using a little tiny, like, goldfish net right here. We need to go for like a trout net, a little bit bigger, like a little bigger. We don't have to do full fisherman yet, but
so it's the 15-minute.
So we have multiple options, right? We can do Messenger if you're friends with them on Facebook, or if they have Facebook, we could do that, or we could do a Zoom. The world is your oyster. I can share whatever you think is going to hit home with them. I can bring whoever you want. And, like, if we're doing a Zoom, I can fill the house with nurses if you want. I know a couple of them. So if we're kind of like in that, like, CNA nurse mindset or whatever it is, I can feed to that. We can do an event for them. I got no problem with it. So that's something for all of you. Like, Amanda, think about that too. Like, if you have this, like, oh my gosh, I know like 500 million stay-at-home moms, I'll do a mom event. No problem. Like, easy. We can, like, for me, like, we can do a homeschool mom event. We can do, like, we're doing thyroid. If you guys didn't see, we got thyroid. I know we've been asking about it. Thyroid's on Thursday. So, like, we can do a pregnant event. We got Joy over here.
Oh, come
on. So if you, like, know a lot of people that are in, or it doesn't even need to be a lot. You're like, I got 10 people that are like this little niche. Let's host an event. You invite them all. See what happens. Oh, Deidre lost. Oh. There she is.
Yes.
You're back, and you were gone. You're back.
This time of night, apparently my internet decides to act up. Last few calls. So I will move closer to my router.
I want you guys to start thinking a whole lot bigger, and you don't necessarily need to strike up a conversation with them before. Like, if you're friends with them on social media and you've seen them posting about the fact that they have a thyroid issue or a weak immune system or whatever, you can straight up and go, girl, I've been watching you post about this. I'm curious. Would you want to learn about something that can help with it? You could also just go straight into the, I've been seeing you share about this and you're really struggling. Have you ever looked into gut health? That's starting the conversation. And you don't have to like work them up into it. You can just go straight. If they're talking about how they never have money, you can talk to them about, hey, I know what it's like to live credit card bill to credit card bill. I did it for way too long, and my marriage really suffered from it. And I found something that I felt super fulfilled by, saved my marriage, and took us to financial freedom. Like we have no credit card debt anymore. I'm just curious, would you want to find something like that?
I reached out to somebody today on that they are constantly posting about mental health issues that they're battling. They're constantly posting about being sick. They're constantly posting about, their kids,
Missing school.
being not even missing school, just being unbalanced. And then Christmas time, it was about, I'm working so much, Christmas hasn't even happened for us, and like so much mom guilt. And I didn't say that in my voice message I left for her, but still I reached out to her and I was just like, because her post today was like, I'm on a second round of antibiotics. Why can't I get better? Like, why can't I get answers? So
antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while a lot
no
of
response, which is normal, no response, but they'll hear it. You're planting
it's
seeds.
super normal.
She didn't tell me. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm just sharing for everybody else.
Yeah, you open the door, and while they might read that and ghost you, you open the door. And so you can still, like, I would put that name down and I would say, I'm relationship building with this person now. So then you're commenting on their
I've been doing it. Yeah, no, I've been reaching out to her for a while and she hasn't told me a flat out no. And so I'm going to keep, as she's still posting for help, I'm like, help's right here. Help's right here.
I don't feel like that, I'm here for you when you're ready.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're not ready. I'm here for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I've done other, just trying to build her up, one-on-one messages. So, yep.
Yeah. So something like, I'm all about relationship building. I think it's really important with our business. I'm not into cold messaging, but I don't think a cold message is you being like, I see you. I want to help you. Mm-hmm. This is what I got. Also, it's totally fine to ask for referrals. If someone tells you, no, I'm not interested, it's totally normal to say, no worries. I'm just curious if anyone comes to mind that is struggling with laundry list of health issues, you can give them. If you think about it, I get these messages all the time from random, like, I'm going to say random people that I'm not really like I'm not really friends with. I get so many real estate messages of like, hey, I'm just starting my real estate business and I was wondering who you know in the Salem area that's looking to buy or sell. I get them all the time. I don't know people that are looking to buy and sell, but I'm like, oh my gosh, congratulations! I'll keep you in mind. Okay, so how many of us actually know someone who's in the middle? Like, you don't know that someone's trying to buy or sell until they are. That's my thought process on asking for referrals on that. But we all know someone. We actually know people that have health issues, that are in pain, that are struggling, that can't sleep, like that have anxiety, have depression. Like we all know people like that, right? Who can't pay their damn bills. So I think asking for a referral for what we do is so much easier and makes so much more sense. And that's us putting like our open light on. If we don't turn our light on, how is anyone going to know what we do?
Mhm.
That's like our open light, if we're a brick and mortar, is so different than any other business, obviously, right? And so that's why we have to post on social media. We have to tell people about what we do. We have to ask them for referrals. We have to ask them if they want to be like our referral. You know, like, do you want to learn about this? Because otherwise, what do we got? We got no business. We make no money. We help nobody.
I am very proud of one of the voice messages that I left today. One of them I left in the waiting room at the clinic because I'm like, I have time right now. I'm gonna.
There's a Michelle for you. Rubbing off.
Yep. Channeling the Michelle.
I'm usually in the back of a van.
It's funny. I did that one.
Nowhere.
I did really good on that one versus the one at home. I had to re-record like 3 times because I kept rambling on and repeating the same thing. So it was funny that like on the spot in the waiting room, I was just more confident with my words.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you just
thank goodness for that delete thing.
Yeah, you can't really screw it up.
What's hard is that you can. But that's why
if
you can delete it, which
with
is nice.
your heart,
Instagram
I
now,
don't feel like you can, personally.
Yeah, true. But I just felt like I was being repetitive with it, with using the same words over again, and and just dragging it out when it could have been nice and short. That's why I kept re-recording. But Instagram limits you to just a minute, and so you have to be like watching it definitely.
I at the end with Instagram, because I don't, when I do an ask on Instagram, I don't want to be a drawn out long. It's going to be that minute, and so that the last like 5 seconds, I'm I just spill it those last 5 seconds, like, oh, it's gonna end. And you can delete it, but I'm like, we're rolling. The camera's rolling. We're on. It's done. Okay. So homework this week is to make a bigger net, to cast a bigger net, and to think of 10 people that have never been on our list, and we're going to figure out how we're going to reach them. Okay. And you want to like really think about like, who is this person and what do they need and how can I help them? So this is not going to be a copy and paste message. This is going to be a very specific, and like for like Deadrian, if you're like, yeah, that wellness event would be like, I got 10 people that are at the hospital that I want to invite, like that event would be perfect. Let's do it. Or if you've got like, figure out how, and that would actually be kind of a copy and paste, like kind of, if we're inviting them to a wellness event, like, but we need to figure out how we're going to cast our net bigger and do more and be better and help more people instead of always like playing small. I literally have it's right behind my computer. I have written down, stop playing small. And we all have a different definition of small. Like my small now is miles beyond my small 7 years ago. That was small. But it's like, we're always getting in our own way and creating these own things in our head of like, why we can't reach out to someone, or why we can't post, or why. We just gotta just own it. Own who we are, own what we have, and always talking the positive to it also. Like we never want to be in the negative when we're sharing what we have. And this is something that I'm kind of talking to myself here. When we're posting, we also want to be in the positive. And while there are so many things out there that I'm like, oh God, I can't believe that's even a product on the market. We have to be careful with how we promote. Like if we start talking about like crap, this is crap, that's a very negative mindset. And so we want to come at it more of like that, let me teach you how to read your labels so you don't end up with something that has these kinds of ingredients in it. Me talking crap about various different companies without actually talking crap about them. We're gonna do the positive patties over here. I had to think of what that was gonna be. Positive Pamelas. Okay, so that's going to be our homework, is basically casting our net, 10 people in the next week, and how to reach them. And I'm gonna kind of just leave it at that. Also, it is the very mainly a month. Deidre, I know you did your mapping, but I kind of want, what's the goal out of that too? Like, what's the goal for this month? And while it should absolutely be senior silver at a bare minimum, I also want kind of like, how are you going to feel hitting those goals? What does that mean to you? Instead of, here's a number, check. You got your map?
Yeah, yes. And I was thinking we had that. We didn't write all of it down.
So for me, my
But
goal
yeah, it
is,
was senior silver.
okay.
But then we added up points, and it looks like it could, if everything worked out, it would be gold.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I know not only part of me says that like this is best case scenario, but it's really not, because you could sign a joy without realizing you signed a joy, because that's what I did. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, every month you're like, crap, these goals are I'm playing too small. Let's make bigger goals, Michelle. Oh, I need to make bigger goals, Michelle. That's what happened every single month. Joy's like taking off and sprinting into the so what, like, the map isn't going to work out as you have it laid out. Like, we know that you're not going to get that perfect little three people. That person got 6. Like, it just doesn't, it's beautiful. It's all like, it's the mental side of it. So that's who, it's kind of more of, these are the people we're going to focus on. These are the people we're working on developing, pouring into. I'm always adding to the map too. Like, that is your template when the month starts. And then as people start coming in, I start writing names in, and I'm like, oh, I signed someone and they want to share. So now they're going to go to my potential silver, and holy crap, they're sharing. They're not just a silver. Now they're a senior silver. Like, I just keep building that as the month goes along. So, while it like, that map is not going to happen as you have it laid out, gold could totally happen, and that nothing even close to that map could happen. You know what I mean? So I want you to like have excitement behind it, not like, oh wow, I guess gold might happen, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna be like, holy crap, gold could happen, we're gonna go for it. Like, why not? Why freaking not?
I need to work on that, because I'm not one to get excited over things.
Okay, so, but here's what I want is like, we're talking about the goal being a number. I want to talk about the goal being a feeling, and being like, what does that goal mean? What comes with that goal? I want you to answer.
For me, I guess it'd be more, not even the excitement, it'd be more of like a relief. It's like, I did it. It sounds, I don't know.
No,
Weird
I
to
get
me,
it.
but yeah, it's a relief that I did it. It's not the excitement that, oh, I'm going for it, no, I got it. It's like, nope, I actually did it.
You know, I honestly, I feel exactly what you're saying of like the, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, like when I went Emerald, I blasted it all over the freaking place. I put $1,000 deposit on a car that I hadn't even earned yet. Like, that's how much I was like, here we are, we're doing it. And I will tell you, those last couple of days of it's February too. Like, there were no extra days after subscriptions ran, like shortest month of the year. And I'm like, the last few days, I was like, I'm getting sick. Like, I seriously was like sick to my stomach the last couple of days of the month. I'm like, what if we don't do this? Like, I put it out everywhere. Like, I told everyone we're going Emerald. And like, and then when I hit it, it was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh my God. My heart can stop. So I feel that, like, there was a lot of like relief that came from that 1,500 whatever that popped up. Oh man. So yes, there, like, good things come from that feeling. That's a good place to live.
For me, it's the not only that, like I did this, like you said, Adrian, but it's like it when it was so fast last year, it didn't feel real. And I, yeah, versus this time, it feels like it feels like it's supposed to, which, yeah. So like, it's like, yeah, no, I really did it this time because I did it again. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want, that's what we kind of want to run on, is kind of that feeling that you're like, I did it. Oh my gosh, I did it.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's what we're pushing for, is the holy shit. I did it. Okay, so that's our goal. You can write down that, you can write literally what I just set down as your goal.
Shy's here. Shy's here.
Shy, or shy. So shy.
Oh,
Mine's
Shy.
Shyla. Yours is shy.
On my papers.
Of course.
On my papers. Yep. Right there.
Huckleberry's actually curled up sleeping with Sophie. It's really cute. Okay, so that is your goal. And with that, we also like, we have multiple goals here. And like for me, like re-ranking Emerald and going back to those 1,500 points, for me, it means so much more right now that my husband just left his job. Like, yes, he's starting a new job in a month, but that new job is a 1099. There is no get. We have a couple months of a bank that we get to work off of but it's a pay cut at that. And after a couple months, we get cut off of that bank, and who knows? Who knows? So I'm like, I'm the money of our entire household, and I refuse for us to go back into credit card debt. I'm like, absolutely not. And I will tell you, the savings has gone down the last few months, and I'm starting to get a little freaked out. But I am like, I've never been so excited to be like, I'm not coming from a place of like scarcity of like, if I don't go Emerald, we're not going to cover our bills this month, and that goes more savings. No, I'm like, frick, we're going back to Emerald, and we're just going to keep going up, and I'm going to do this. Like, it is on me, and I am stoked. Like, let's go. We're going to grow by 400 points this month. Minimum. Like, that's my driver. Because today was freaking awesome. Daddy daycare, let me tell you guys, my husband like totally cleaned before, like right after I got up this morning, and my kids were happy, and there was like no fighting. Homework was done by like 10 o'clock. It was beautiful. And I just sat in my office and I worked all day, and it was great. So I'm all over daddy daycare, and I want this to be in my life.
Yeah. So we don't have daddy daycare. We do not have that.
I'm all like, I have daddy daycare. Like, I want daddy daycare forever. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, we're going diamond. Because daddy daycare is the best.
I'm happy for you that you have that.
Yes.
My husband, like, my husband did all the dishes. He cleaned the bathroom the other day. I was like, oh, he did all the laundry today. And he even took an hour and a half nap. All that, like, I was like,
What?
yeah, like, it was amazing. Today was great.
He is definitely embracing his month
he
off.
is fully embraced. I don't know how long
Right.
we'll be able to take it, but today was great in my books. So. Okay. Questions?
I just
comments,
thought of
concerns?
I got a scary person. How many scary people was I supposed to add this week? What
It
was it that
10,
you gave me?
it?
All scary? 10 scaries? I don't think I had 10 scaries.
Was it 5 scary or 10 scary?
Yeah, like 5. Let me see. I didn't write that one down for some reason. I wrote it down somewhere. Anyways, I just, yeah, full on wrote one down.
Good. Keep writing.
Uh-huh.
More. Give me more.
Well, yeah, now I got it. No, but also I noticed that she's watching. I've noticed actually for a while that she's watching me, but she's been scary. So I've been, not acknowledging it. But the 200-pound update for James, yeah, she's on there. She's a dietitian too.
Woo-hoo!
Kind of sort of used to be my boss, kind of. So yeah.
I feel like this might be Deadrian's
Lavella, Dr. Lavella.
Dr.
Lavella your
Lavella.
guts, whatever.
Yes, she is so cute.
She's adorable, and she's literally like, I pulled her up on Instagram, and everything that she's talking about, she's like microbiome, and her coworker, I don't know who she is. Her website's horrible, and I want to fix it so badly. But she was talking about like a dietitian, nutrition person who's like, specialty is insulin resistance or diabetes coaching. And I was like, oh my gosh, both of them are going to come in together and they're going to like run off into the stars. I already have it all planned out for you, Deadrian. I got you.
Yep.
I was also going to invite her to be on my podcast because I'm starting a podcast. And I was like, this is great. I got this. I'm going to help. I followed her. So I'm going to just like jump in there and
you're sliding in.
I'm going to slide in
Uh-huh.
while you're sliding in over here. And we're just going to bring it all together and marry them. And it's going to be beautiful.
Yep. I'm following her already too. So, yep.
I guess I better get Instagram.
That's your other piece of your homework.
Yes.
I don't need another social media thing to get lost in. I get lost in Facebook too much.
Oh, that's why I now have a timer and I am allowed an hour a day on Instagram and Facebook. I have pushed that limit a few times, but I am now realizing how much time I spend on both of them.
Yeah, I like the updates that my phone gives me. You used your phone 1 hour and 7 minutes more than last week.
Yeah.
I have come down thanks to my computer from like 8+ hours a day down to like 5 or 6. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. I blame half of that on my kids though. They're FaceTiming my family. Okay.
But I see that as like, because I know I'm using my phone for work. Like I with school stuff, I don't have, like school days especially, I don't have a lot of time to get lost in social media. And that I recognize it, like it boosts me up saying like that is my work. That is proof because I don't. Yeah, I'm not.
For me, I'm recognizing that my phone is not, I was telling you this, my phone is not a good place for me to work. I work so much more efficiently on my computer. But I do like with putting that limit on Facebook and Instagram, I didn't do it on Messenger because there's no like, I have to do a whole separate limit for Messenger. But it's making me realize how much wasted time, like, yes, I am using it for work and yes, I am scrolling and commenting and posting, but every time I get on there to post, I end up doing some scroll and wasting 10 minutes. And so this has been my like, get off, girlfriend, like stop your wasteful scrolling and get to work. And so now I write all of my posts in my notes, not on Instagram, I don't write my posts there. I write them and then I copy and paste them because that is less time that I'm on that app that I could potentially squirrel it all over the place. So it's a healthy boundary. We should all have them. And I didn't, I wanted to share that that iPhones have that feature because I didn't know, because I was telling a friend, like, I've been trying to figure out a way to limit, but I don't know how to do it. Like setting a timer while I'm on it's just weird. And this is it. Like it tracks how much time all on its own. And then it just tells me, hey, you got 5 minutes left, girlfriend. And then I'm like,
for that particular app, right? For that particular app.
It's
for a particular app.
So it's under social media. And then you can pick what social media apps. So I combined Facebook and Instagram on it, and I gave myself an hour limit every day. And like, there's like I set it up at the very end. I'm going to stop recording now for now.